So saz is unlike oud for us. It is for the folkloric
Folk
music.
yeah.
So you know folk music
Not,
too?
not so much folkloric music, but I love the sound of the instrument, and oftentimes I use it here in America because I play often for films. I do a lot of film music.
Oh.
So they like to have a lot of different, sounds.
What kind of film music? Films are you making music
I
for?
just played for the film Argo.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, which just
Okay.
came out, and I think it's good. I think it just got nominated for an Oscar.
Yes.
Yes.
Best Picture. Did it?
Yes.
It did. Yeah.
It does.
Wow.
So you played for Argo. Your music is in.
With composer Alexander Desplat. He was the composer. Well-known
Okay.
composer. Good, very good composer.
Okay. Did you get to watch the movie? Did you hear
I
your
saw
music?
it. I saw it. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, and I was very pleased. They actually hired a couple of well-known Turkish musicians as well on the soundtrack. There's Derya Türkan
Mm-hmm.
and Kudzi Ergüne.
Could see, yeah.
Yeah, and then there was a Persian musician they brought from Paris, Bijan Chemirani, and then myself and a percussionist from here named Greg Ellis.
Yes.
Musicians.
And they used your music?
Well, we were playing the composer's
Yes.
music,
Yes.
Alexander's music, and then he gave us a lot of free reign though.
Yes.
And there was also a vocalist, Suzanne Dahim, a Persian
Mhm,
vocalist who's well known.
What instrument did you play for
I
the
played
film?
oud, and I played jumbush, and I played a little bit of saz,
Oh.
and I played electric guitar as well.
Awesome.
And I brought everything. I'm trying to remember what I'm saying. This is how these things
Yes,
are.
of course,
You have to
of
play
course.
A lot of different things.
Would you play us something
A
on
little
your
bit,
side?
sure.
That's beautiful.
Just a little Taksim.
Yeah, just a little Taksim that will flatten you completely.
Oh, no.
So beautiful. So this sound, you learned these pieces. These are not something you grow up with.
Well, I grew up with the sound of
But
it.
this Taksim is, of course, it's like jazz, right?
Yeah, sure. It's improvised, and we have the same thing in Greek music too.
Yes.
We call it the same word.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, taksim. We say the same
Mhm.
thing. So we
Yeah, it's the way to improvise for you. You just
Yeah.
get the scale and
you improvise inside of the maqam, and then the more of a master you are, then the more liberties you can take and travel to other maqam and like this.
Do you feel when you are doing this, do you feel like, oh, I need to stay inside of this geographic space? Or do you just say, well, a Greek would do this, Persian would do this, and do you all put everything in?
Well, it depends on what the context is. I mean, if I'm playing with Persians, then I try to keep it more within that context. If I'm playing with Greek people, then it's more this way. But when I'm doing my own music, I just try to keep it in the moment. And wherever my heart tells me to go, that's where I go.
Speaking of your own music, which is just mesmerizing to me, I'm completely in love with your original music. It really takes me to places that I didn't expect when I first came to your concerts. And it is also, I love your intensity when you're making music. because I'm a classical musician myself, classical, Western classical, that sometimes when I see oud people, they're just playing like some kind of like, as if like everybody eats and you're playing. You know, it's like this noise and talking and people checking their emails.
Sure, sure.
But when you're playing, I feel like I cannot look at anything else. Like I can't think of anything. I like that almost classical, Western classical concept of a concert.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can see you are so in your music, even if there was an explosion or something, you wouldn't hear it.
Because it's like, you know, for us, it's like meditating or something.
Yes.
You're really, you're trying to communicate something that's bigger than all of us.
Yes, yes,
right?
yes. And I love your phrasing. Like that's a classical term, but like it sounds like you're making your instrument sing.
You know, that's interesting you say that, because I think or for me, that's always the challenge in playing a string instrument is you always want it to make it sound more like the most natural instrument, which is the voice. So I try to look at each string like a vocal cord. And when I pick up the instrument, I'm trying to caress it and make it sing like that.
Yeah, there are some colors that come out of your instrument. I just don't think it could. Like it's not only like an oud sound that is like a repetitious sound. It just has a coloring that I love in your playing. But do you sing? Which I know he does, but I don't know.
I sing simple things, you know, folk songs, some Greek folk songs sometimes. You know.
Would you sing for us, or?
Oh, I'm shy today.
You're shy today. It's early in the morning.
It's
Maybe
too early.
that's why. Okay, another time I'll put a rakı right here.
That's better.
Then
Much better.
we'll make him sing another.
If you put mezze too, definitely we'll sing.
Yes, meze. And one day I would love to have you in my other show for cooking.
Oh, this is the best, because this is cooking is one of the highest arts for sure. It's very, very important, and in our cultures it's similar. It's very high. You know, if we don't have that, then we don't have much. You know?
That's right. That's right. Yes, some rakı and meze, and we'll speak the same language.
Yeah, of course.
So I'd love to hear some of your original music. You have CDs out?
I do.
Can you tell us how to find them?
You can find them on our website. There's one project I have which is called Wahid.
It's W-A-H-I-D.
W-A-H-I-D, which in Arabic means, well, actually in Arabic it's pronounced Wahid, I think.
Like an I without a dot in Turkish.
Yeah, and it means one or oneness.
Oneness.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why we chose that name. It's actually a duo project I have with my friend Chris Wabich. He's an American guy, very fine percussionist.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he's very good. And you can find that on our website. It's wahidmusic.com.
So
WAHIDmusic, one word.com.
Okay.
That's our website.
Yes, and you have 3 CDs, I remember?
We have 4 CDs.
Okay.
We have 4 CDs with Wahid. And then I have another project that I did with my friend Tasso, who's a Greek guy, drummer, called Machlis Panos Project.
Okay.
And that's a little more modern. It's oud based, all the melodies are oud, but there's a little more harmony. So it's a little bit of a mix with jazz. It's oud, nice. Drums and upright bass.
I see. And what's coming up for you?
I have a recording coming up this month and next month with a very fine violinist, an African-American woman named Karen Briggs. She's very well known. And it's going to be an interesting project because I'll be using these instruments and then within a jazz context pretty much. You know, there's.
Okay, are they your musics or
it's hers and some other pieces I think that have been written for her, but yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, she's very good.
When are the Turkish people gonna hear you in Turkey or in some places in America?
I don't know that yet. We'll figure it out.
Yes, we'd like to introduce you to Turkey
I
as
would love to.
Not as only a student, but I think by now as a ustad.
No. No.
And also we'd love to see you here giving concerts for
Yes,
both communities.
You can check those websites. There should be stuff up there. The other website I want to mention for the other project is mahlispanosproject.com, which is MAHLISPANOS project PROJECT.com.
Okay.
So that's there will also be stuff up on there.
And you give concerts. I've been in some of them, and it's not only in LA. I know you go all over the place.
We've been touring, yeah, mostly in North America and some Canada, but hopefully coming up here in the summer we'll be in Europe. We were supposed to be in Istanbul in the fall, this last fall. But then some stuff came up in the concerts. I couldn't make it actually. I got sick with something.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm so glad you recovered from that. That was a scare.
He was, but I'm okay.
Yes. Can we hear some of your original music?
Sure.
And can you tell us a little bit how you write, why you write these specific melodies? How do you get your ideas?
This one that I think I want to play for you is called Inside Silence, which is the title track of one of our third disc. It talks about what inspired me, or where this melody came from, I should say, is trying to find the silence between the notes, which is as important as the notes themselves, right?
Yes.
The space that
Yes.
you leave. And also, I think that this melody also speaks to how the world is changing so fast, because wherever you go now, there's so much noise and stuff going on. There's very few places where there's absolute silence, right?
Yes.
So
I'd love to hear it. it's thank you so much for coming here today.
Bir
You're-
şey değil.
Teşekkür ederim. You're very special for us, and
Thank you for having me.
it looks like I'm learning more from my own about my own culture from Greek.
It's our culture.
Yes.
It's our culture. It's all of us, you know.
That's right.
We're Mediterranean people now. This is how you have to look at it. It's our culture.
That is,
You know?
and I really appreciate that you're keeping it alive and even adding your own amazing music to it.
It has to
and-
grow.
Yes, yes, and it's just beautiful what you're doing.
Thank you.
And what are we gonna listen from?
I'll play an old Greek song for you, which you also have in Turkish. There's Turkish lyrics for it. Seni al fırtına, something like this.
Okay, let me
You know
hear.
this one?
Oh.